Hey guys, Kev from KegLand, and today we're talking about our all-new Maltzilla industrial mills. So these are the heavy-duty mills that you would use in a brewery or a large home brew store, for instance. Mostly for milling, obviously, grains, but of course, if you were doing some other stuff like maize or corn or something like that, I'm sure these would be fine too. We've got two different models. I'm going to talk you through the different options. We've got this powder-coated steel one. It's a bit cheaper, also a bit smaller as well. Basically, this one can do 300 kilograms per hour, 1.1 kilowatt motor. This particular version, because of the smaller motor size, we could do this basically in single phase and also three phase. Because it's 1.1 kilowatt. If you have a look at this side, you can see we use the explosion-proof covers on all the motors. Obviously with a lot of grain dust, highly flammable, explosive type of situations that will exist. The other thing is, it's got an isolation switch here, and that's as far as the wiring is when we send it out to you. So if you're going to buy one of these, basically you will need to get wiring into this isolation switch here. So talk to your local electrician. You can hardwire it to your wiring, or you can put a plug on the wall, whatever you want to do, but as long as it's rated to 1.1 kilowatt, that's the main thing. That's pretty much it for this small one. With the bigger one here, there's the Maltzilla 2.2 kilowatt. This one basically can do 800 kilograms per hour, so more than double the output, 2.2 kilowatt motor. This version is only available in three phase. So if you only have single phase, the small guy is your only option. But this one, obviously with the larger roller size and larger motor again, you know, you can pump through quite a lot more grain. The adjustment on both of these is quite similar. So if you look at this one here and also this larger one here, you can see basically we have these knobs. I wouldn't pay too much attention to any grain mill you purchase, to be quite honest with you, with these sort of like labels here on the gap distance. To be quite frank, the best way to do it is using feeler gauges. They cost hardly anything on the website. Just buy yourself a few dollar feeler gauge and be able to get the gap correct. The other handy thing that I've sort of done myself, if you're the kind of person who adjust by eyesight, if you get your phone light or a torch, shine it up in here, you can see the gap, and if you do it by eyeballing it, and I kind of do that, and I find I'm sort of find I'm pretty happy with that. The other thing is you could just do it by actually milling some grain and look at the grist. That's really the best way. But if you want to use feeler gauges or check the gap, buy them separately, stick it down there and just measure the gap. So when you're adjusting it, you got this basically grub screw here, or this sort of knurled locking roller here. You adjust it like this, get it into the right position, and then roll this shut. Tighten this up like that to lock that position in place. When you're adjusting the rolls, you have to do left and right hand side evenly, and make sure it's even on the inside as well. Now on the hoppers, both of them have a gate that you can open and close. Let's say you wanted to stop or empty the hopper for some reason, or do some maintenance halfway through, you can close the hopper. So on this big 2.2 kilowatt one, we've got this lever here on the side, so it just lifts open and close like that. Now the reason for this is also you can control the flow of grain, how fast it goes into the mill for some reason if you need to slow it down or something like that. With the larger 2.2 kilowatt one, we also have magnets on the gate as well. So these magnets here, in the off chance that, let's say, you drop a bolt or something like that down there, hopefully the magnets pick it up. On the smaller one, we have a less sophisticated gate. So basically the gate here just slides across like that, and there's no magnets. So because this is more of the, I guess, budget-friendly one, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of this big bad boy. Now onto the augers. If you guys need to handle the grains and get them out of the mill into, let's say, your brewery or into your mash tun or whatever, you can use an auger like this. Now these types of augers, this one is a 3 kilowatt bad boy. It's 3 kilowatts because we want enough power to lift it a fair distance, but also that allows you to add extensions on as well. So the standard setup is this auger like that. With the elbow at the top here. But of course, if you've got a brewery which is high up, you need to get into the mash tun, then you need to buy an extension. Extensions look like this. Okay, big long pipe like that with the auger inside. So you have to bolt that onto the end here, onto the end of the drive shaft, and then install it. Look, it's pretty easy to set up. If you need to adjust this angle, fairly straightforward. You've basically got a bit of a bracket here. I'll just show you a little bit here. This can undo like this, and then what you do is you loosen that off, and then this can basically lower down. So with the auger, you can of course come out of the chute of the grain mill into the auger and then feed in your mash tun. The other thing you can do, if you find that pouring grain sacks into the top of this hopper here is a bit too difficult because of the lift height, what you can do is also get a second auger and have an auger feeding into the hopper, and then a second auger going into your mash tun as well. So a little bit, depends a little bit on the ergonomics of your particular setup. Obviously it can also be handled if you've got a false floor level or a floor level is a bit high, you can step up onto a few steps, then you can easily get into the hopper as well. But an auger's not that expensive to install into your brewery. I should also say that if you're using this small mill, so the 1.1 kilowatt, the legs are slightly shorter to make the box and everything a little bit more compact on this model. So the chute here is a little bit lower. So if you want to get from this chute into this part of the auger here, so the grain lands in there, you have to end up lifting the mill up slightly by about 75 millimeter, which is the reason why we've got this little box section here. So if you want to buy the smaller 1.1 kilowatt motor and then still use the auger, you can either just jack it up on some bricks or something like that if you want to, or we sell this stainless steel box section. This will basically bolt onto these leg holes here, and that'll lift it up by the necessary amount so it just gets into the auger collection dish. If you've got a friend who needs a commercial grain mill which is built to last, definitely share this video with them. Also, the other thing you can do is sign up to this Facebook homebrew community group that we've got. Just go on Facebook, search KegLand Homebrew Community Group, we're right there. And the other thing you can do is also jump on our YouTube channel and subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, hit subscribe now, and then you'll hear about all the cool new stuff that's coming out as we launch it. All right, that's it, and thanks for your time, guys. Bye.